Okay, so as some of you know, I covered the whole Dragon Ball Super Broly ticket sales, the money that it's been grossing in Japan, what it's been grossing in the United States, and overall worldwide, and I wanted to follow up with that story and continue covering it because it's very, very exciting and interesting because we've hit another high with the Dragon Ball Super franchise. The Broly film has broken another record, and Japan, we on your tail, people, okay? Dragon Ball Super Broly is getting really, really close to surpassing the Japanese ticket sales and how much they made over there, and that's a big deal because for starters, anime films as a whole, not even just Dragon Ball, anime films do well always more in Japan than over here. There were the exceptions of the late 90s when Pokemon blew up. Pokemon was a huge exception. Pokemon inspired a lot of creators and animators to kind of come up with things and try to make it blow in the West because of Pokemon's large success. So that's the exception, but especially in the past, like even you could just throw decade, even more than that, anime films always do better in their home country, even the manga sales, than they do over here. So when we get this close, I am going to champion for it. I'm going to root for it. I don't know how many more theaters Dragon Ball Super Broly is in, but I encourage each and every person, if you haven't seen it yet, go watch it so we can make this explode and take crown after crown and surpass the Japanese, because we surpass the Japanese. Do you understand how much of a position for merchandising, marketing, the extended life? If you love having Dragon Ball in our lives and seeing it everywhere, the more we make it successful over here and even surpass Japan, that's when we become the #1 priority. That's when they start looking at, well, what's the best interest for the West outside of there? No disrespect for any Japanese viewers, but I gotta want to get a little bit of love over here. And regardless, it does great for the franchise. So let's read this article of the record it's broken. Let's compare and let's show what's going on with Dragon Ball Super Broly and its success in different territories. So Dragon Ball Super Broly is #3 all-time anime film in the US for tickets sold. I just gotta immediately say, yo, baby, that is incredible. That's incredible because, especially, again, we're not in the late 90s, early 2000s where, like, you know, those Pokemon movies were blowing up, Digimon was getting up there, Dragon Ball Z was competing with The Simpsons. We're not there anymore. We're in a weird and different time. We're in the digital era where the internet is, like, way more important than cable. Honestly, I think I'm going to be done with cable soon, and it pains me because I love to support Toonami, but I've really been looking at it, and one, cable is basically paying a lot more money, and I know I'm completely off topic, but just listen, it goes all into it. Just essentially, what's the point of cable when it's just telling you what to watch, when you could just go and I could stream Dragon Ball Super on, you know, Crunchyroll or whatever. So yeah, just wanted to throw that in there. But Dragon Ball Super Broly #3 all time in the US, baby. Let's continue. The Box Office Mojo website reported on Sunday that the Dragon Ball Super Broly anime film earned an estimated US $3.6 million from Friday to Sunday and has cumulatively earned an estimated $28.958 million in the United States and Canada. The site estimates the film has sold a cumulative 3,207,000 tickets, making the film the third all-time highest ranking anime film in the United States in terms of estimated tickets sold, behind 1999's Pokemon the first movie and Pokemon 2000 the movie. Dragon Ball Super Broly ranked #10 in the US box office for the weekend. So, wow. Again, what I was just speaking of earlier as well, that really it was Pokemon that was the big banger, and honestly, Pokemon made a lot of money, so I'm not sure if we'll be able to topple it in the US, but maybe worldwide Dragon Ball Super Broly can do it. I don't know what worldwide Pokemon did, but it's incredible to be number three. That's amazing. Now, people come and say, oh, but the population, we're way, you know, the US is way bigger than Japan. But the thing is that Japan and everything that they release is almost always, because they're the native country, they do way better in sales, no matter what. And yes, we're still the bigger country when we're buying our manga, when we're buying our anime, when we're streaming. So the fact that now it's coming to the point where we're surpassing them, it says something. Cater to the West, baby. Dragon Ball Super Broly already earned over $7 million on 1,440 screens and Cinemark XD screens on its opening day on January 16th and had earned 20 million US by that weekend. That total already ranked the film number 3 in the box office revenue, not adjusted for inflation, on the all-time chart of anime films in the United States, again behind the 2 Pokemon films. Dragon Ball Super Broly already earned over US 65 million outside the United States and Canada, including about 34 million in Japan alone. That brings its combined domestic and foreign total to more than US $98 million, baby. Yo, 100 mil. We 2 mil away, which we're gonna do that in the next couple days if we haven't done it already. Like, tonight we might do that. 2 more mil, baby. That's 100 mil for Dragon Ball Super Broly, baby. Number 3 biggest, and you know they're not, come on, you know Dragon Ball Super anime is coming back. We already got the confirmed thing, the leak that they're trying to deny now, because they've been coming out, Toei came out and tried to deny it, but of course they're not going to confirm it. They've done this before. I've seen multiple cases. I've talked about multiple cases where they've had leaks come out, they deny it, and then magically a month later, 2 weeks later, oh hey, yeah, we had to deny it. You know, come on, it's NDAs, it's non-disclosure agreements, it's business, but man, that is incredible. Dragon Ball Super Broly is doing huge, bro. Let's look at the numbers though. Hold on, because if I'm not mistaken, in Japan it's done 34 million, and in the US it's pretty much like 40,000, 42,000 shy of 29 million. So we about 5 million behind Japan. US people, again, support it. Let's get to Japan. Let's show them that we love this too, baby. And I'm just excited to report this. This is great. I mean, we blew Resurrection F out the water. We blew Battle of Gods out the water, because that was a huge measuring stick. That shows, again, the growth and the steady growth that Dragon Ball Super has had as a franchise throughout all these years since they've done this big revival, starting off with Battle of Gods. Because the first Battle of Gods, I think in its first week it only did like 1 mil or something like that, or 2 million or whatever. Then Dragon Ball Resurrection F, Dragon Ball Z Resurrection F, it did about 2 mil in its opening day. So you saw the growth there, and that was, I want to say Resurrection F was 2015 if I'm not mistaken. So you fast forward about a little over 3 years, and bam, now we got a movie that it did 7 mil. That's showing that the growth, the incredible and steady growth of the Dragon Ball franchise has been phenomenal. Dragon Ball Super's anime has put this on the map, the Tournament of Power. I think big spectacles that the Dragon Ball Super anime did, whether for better or worse, where, you know, sometimes I wonder if they would do things on purpose just to get the fandom talking. Kale, I think the Broly-esque look that she had was a very huge aspect in getting people interested in Dragon Ball Super again. People saying like, yo, there's a female Broly. That was really huge. I'll never forget, I was fanboying out. I couldn't stop talking about all the stuff in the Tournament of Power. I think the return of Future Trunks and Goku Black was huge things that helped put the Dragon Ball franchise back on the map. And regardless of what, baby, we number 3 already in the US, and who knows, maybe we can even surpass. I don't know what Pokemon did over here, but regardless of what, this is phenomenal, and that means we're going to get more Dragon Ball in the future, baby. I'm kind of curious of everything. What do you guys think? For starters, do you think it's possible for us to surpass Japan with the limited run that we have moving forward of the Dragon Ball Super Broly film being in theaters? If we had a full run, if this wasn't limited, we would have blew Japan out the water. If they didn't have a month ahead of us, we would have destroyed. We would have bodied it. If there wasn't leaks on the internet, you know, like weeks before, we would have bodied it. Thankfully, we still doing it, baby. Your overall thoughts and expectations moving forward for the Dragon Ball Super franchise. I mean, Broly doing number 3, 100 mil worldwide, and it's still not done. I think by the end, we might topple over at like maybe 115 to 120, depending on how much longer it's in theaters and how many more screenings, I guess. You know, it just depends on how much more, because I see the limitless potential with the Dragon Ball franchise. And baby, 100 mil! But that is all I have for this one. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. If you liked anything I had to say or enjoyed the video, drop me a like. I'd greatly appreciate it. And if you want more from me, make sure to subscribe. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram. Hit the bell to get all notifications. And if you want to follow any of my other social media, they are, of course, in the description below. And, of course, if you want to support my musical project, My Beautiful Hell, out now on all streaming platforms, iTunes, Spotify, SoundCloud, Apple Music, you name it, it's there. I'm ForneverWorld, and as always, people, have an awesome day. And remember the golden rule: anime and manga for life, boy. Bow. Oh, and can't forget the music. Have an awesome day.
We making major moves, laugh and let the haters lose. We don't give a fuck, virginity attack, same stack. Paper rules, if you heard it, best believe that. For now it's whatever, one day I'll be your favorite for never.
No matter how you move, get it done. 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 No matter